Go lay down so you can cool off, so. I'm gonna see if I can remember all signs off the top of my head. I feel like I'm gonna need to write it down. I think I'm gonna turn this fan off because it's making a lot of noise. I'm gonna turn the other fan on. Okay, give me 1 second. Oh wait, that was the light. My bad. I'm just gonna stop it all the way. Let me get a water. Good evening. Is it gonna turn off all the way or is it gonna keep going? Because I turned the other fan on. It's a little more quieter. But I noticed that there's like a noise. Because in the last reading I did, there was a noise. And I think that's kind of constant. So I'm trying to make sure it's quiet when I talk. Sending love, light, healing vibrations. I don't think it's gonna stop until I click it again. If the fan is too loud, let me know. Alright. I was gonna do I guess that level is okay. I was gonna do a, one card for whoever wants it. But I can do another live. Ouch! I can do another live for that like later. I guess I'll just do current energy for each individual zodiac. Thanks for coming to my channel. Thanks for clicking on this video. Thanks for being present. Thanks for being open. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for being interested in what I have to say. Hello. All right. Let's start with air signs. I think I know them off the top of my head. Page of Wands ain't wasting no time trying to pop out. Angels, ancestors. Wait, let me ground. I just got back from taking my dog on a walk. Spirit, I welcome you. Any door that is not of you, I ask that you shut and close. Any black magic, hexes, curses, evil eye, I return back to sender ×3. I welcome only love and light, as well as love and gratitude. And I release that out into the universe ×10. Angels, ancestors of my highest possible good, I welcome you. Please help me channel this message for whoever it's for, and allow these messages to be clear and concise. Let's start with air signs. Okay, what is the current energy for Libra? What's the current energy for Libra? Allow me to pull on the current energy of Libra. and allow this message to be clear and concise. What do you want Libra to know? Okay, so 2 cards came out for Libra. It's the 9 of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So, Queen of Swords. 2-2 in the chat. Self-reliance, sophisticated communicativeness. A small hummingbird sits on the pommel of a sword, staring out into eternity. Flowers intertwine with the design of the sword's guard, symbolizing the marriage of truth and action as well as the versatility of nature. Hummingbirds are thought of as emissaries between the gods and mortals. The Queen of Swords reminds us to remain independent of outside influence and communicate fairly, clearly, and kindly with those around us. When upright, the Queen of Swords represents a synthesis between mental clarity and intellectual power represented by the Suit of Swords. You have developed a level of maturity along your journey to enlightenment, and now it is time for you to utilize that and other skills when dealing with the world around you. You seek the truth in all matters, remaining receptive to all points of view involved. Don't put up with idle chatter. The Queen is self-actualized. Keep your head held high and your face pointed towards the truth. No matter where your journey may take you, you'll catch more flies with honey than vinegar. Gaining support right now trumps getting even. Nine of Swords is the second card you got, Libra. Okay. Depression, nightmares, anxiety. A centipede skillfully winds its way through intersecting swords, narrowly avoiding certain doom. With their many legs and segmented bodies, centipedes signify deep fears that plague both the conscious and subconscious mind. Some are venomous, while others are perfectly harmless. Though it may be impossible to tell at a glance, the Nine of Swords tell us that we are entering a period of fear and anxiety, but through careful consideration, the danger may in fact be as tangible as a fading dream. When upright, the Nine of Swords signifies the deluge of anxieties plaguing you. You're fixated on everything that could go wrong. Obsessing over your anxieties is a double-edged sword. If you allow yourself to give in to fear, your worst nightmares may just come true. Thankfully, much of the fear causing your sleepless nights resides only in your head. Try to replace negative thoughts with positive ones and reach out if you struggle to remain optimistic. Lean on those you trust to steer you towards a positive solution. The best way to combat the monsters under your bed is to turn on the light. So rather than allowing your fears to get the best of you, Libra, all you have to do is confront them by turning on the light. I don't know, you only got 2 cards, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Next air sign, Gemini. Allow me to pull on the current energy of Gemini. Allow me to read for the current energy of Gemini. What is Gemini right now? What is Gemini right now? So you got 3 cards, Gemini. First card is Queen of Wands. I know that's passion, energy, and what else is it? Courage. So passion, energy, and courage. I'm on air signs. So I'm going by groups, but I'm doing each sign. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. I'm doing each sign individually, like whatever comes out for the current energy. I just did Libra, so now I'm doing Gemini. What's the next air sign? Ooh, I might need you guys to help me. um, I'm like drawing a blank. It's because I don't know the cards by heart. I mean, the cards. I don't know the, I know them, but I can't. Okay, Aquarius, thank you. I don't know why I thought Aquarius was a water sign. Are you sure that's an air sign? Yeah, zodiac. Tomato, tomato. You guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, Gemini. So the first card is Queen of Wands. Courage, passion, energy. A chinchilla sits below an orchid plant, clutching a tiny stalk between its small hands. Chinchillas are known for their soft, dense fur and inquisitive natures. They represent warmth and energy, and the orchids above its head signify love and delicate beauty. A strongly feminine card, the Queen of Wands reminds us that hard work can get a person far, but determination and mettle are necessary to cross the finish line. Relying on our inner dedication and prioritizing knowledge of the self are instrumental to seeing our goals realized. When upright, the Queen of Wands represents your resilience in getting to this point and having your end goal in sight. This is a card that favors the bold, and so as long as you stay bold, the future will favor you too. Connect with others and don't shy away from leading them as you progress. Attention will be given to you and is rightly deserved. Know yourself throughout, even the parts that you don't like to think about. Self-actualization takes courage to pursue, but it will be well worth the effort when it helps strengthen your convictions in the future. Express yourself and be as bold as you can be. So the next card for you, Gemini, is the World. It's a major arcana. Can you guys hear the birds? I forget what kind of birds they are, but they're at the golf course, and so in the morning sometimes they fly and they make like a whole bunch of noise. Those damn birds are loud. Where's the World at? So, fulfillment, completion, masterpiece. A pair of koi swim around a floating earth, their eyes looking both forwards and backwards, paying homage to the past while seeking out the future. In many cultures, koi and goldfish have symbolized prosperity and good fortune. The world reminds us that there is a natural order to the universe and that new beginnings are precipitated by the successful completion of past challenges. Like the koi, it is best to keep the past in mind as we swim into the future. Only then can the cycle truly be complete. When upright, the World usually symbolizes the completion of an important leg of the journey of life, perhaps a graduation, a promotion, a wedding, or even the birth of a child. Something has occurred that has left you with a great sense of closure and accomplishment. If not, then you are very, very close to crossing that finish line. Reflect on your journey thus far and appreciate the steps you've taken to get to this point. Be sure to tie up any loose ends appropriately and fairly. There are many lessons you've learned along your path. Remember them well and apply them for the future. So Justice is your last card, Gemini. I believe that's a major arcana too. Equality. Bro, I be reading way too fast because I be picturing words there that aren't even there. Or maybe that's just what comes to me. Equity, fairness, balance. The great horned owl stands tall and regal up on its perch of balanced scales. It presides over its court as impartial judge of all who enters its halls. Justice represents a firm and focused way of living, balancing fairness and intuition with truth and logic. It is important to be firm and focused in life, and at times it's best to make decisions decisively and objectively. However, justice reminds us that there are spiritual consequences, both good and bad, for every action we take. When upright, justice represents cause and effect, order and fairness. It is telling you that the fruits of your actions will soon flourish. If you acted with good intentions, then rest easy knowing the truth will soon be made apparent. If not, then you'll soon be held accountable. This position also symbolizes a search for the truth. You're being urged to pause and think carefully about your current situation. There's an important detail just out of sight, and finding it will help pave the way for your future. Trust in your intuition and logic to help you make the right decision when the time comes. So, Gemini, allow your passion to lead you, because as you close out old chapters, which is the world, you're stepping into newness, and be mindful that you are allowing your intuition to guide you rather than like any kind of pride and ego, because there are consequences for both actions we take, whether it's good or bad. And you know, a lot of people, for some reason, they don't think that anybody or anything is watching them as we, you know, go on with our lives and do things, but something much bigger than us is like keeping a close eye on everything that we do. So you don't want to be on the short end of the receiving stick. So just keep that in mind for the decisions that you make. Allow me to pull on the current energy of Aquarius. Hey! Allow me to pull on the current energy of Aquarius. That was quick. Just one card. You must be in some good energy, Aquarius. Yeah, I'll move on to fire signs, and then earth signs, and then I'll close it out with water signs. So Ace of Pentacles, Aquarius. Newness, manifestation, opportunity. Look at that big pentacle. And birds of paradise, I believe it represents abundance. And frogs are a symbol of good luck. Newness, manifestation, opportunity. The glass frog rests on a pinnacle surrounded by the bird of paradise blooms, ready to leap forth towards new opportunities. In traditional Chinese culture, frogs are associated with good fortune and wealth, while bird of paradise symbolizes joy and freedom. Together, they represent the Ace of Pentacles perfectly. This card indicates the opportunities are now ripe for the taking, and success is not far ahead if you are willing to work for it. When upright, the Ace of Pentacles represents new beginnings and opportunities. Something in your life is about to give way to new beginnings, be it a new job, a raise, your physical wellness, or something else material that you've been needing for a while now. Prosperity is coming, and it's coming soon. But as with most things in life, this oncoming abundance comes at a cost. Success is not guaranteed, but earned. Consider this a sign that you should begin planning new goals and be ready to work hard to make them a reality. The stars are aligned, and the world is your oyster. Just take heed that you don't confuse opportunity knocking as a guaranteed win. And I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory, Aquarius. Fire signs. Allow me to pick up on the current energy of fire signs. Allow me to pick up on. I need to say which fire sign. So 2 of Cups, Queen of Cups, Page of Wands, the Hierophant, the King of Cups. what does Sagittarius need to know? What's the current energy for Sagittarius? Allow me to pick up on the current energy for Sagittarius. Okay. Is that it? So Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. It's going. It's nighttime now. Efficiency, responsibility, persistence. A bumblebee labors away atop a honeycomb, filling chamber after chamber with nectar that will one day yield golden honey. Flowers surrounded signify the process the bee goes through to accomplish its task. The bee must visit thousands of flowers to gather enough nectar to fill the combs, but it doesn't shy away from the work. It knows it is necessary. The Knight of Pentacles knows the value of hard work. Though the labor may be intense, it reminds us, that only through continual effort will we be able to reap the benefits that follow. When upright, the Knight of Pentacles exemplifies the hard work that goes into fulfilling one's dreams. You either know what you want out of life or you're developing a plan. You may have already taken steps to begin the methodical approach to reaching your goals. Consistency is valued over speed, and you have taken the time to plan accordingly. It may be boring, but know that your approach will lead you to success. Then the next card for you, Sagittarius, is the Page of Swords. Inquisitiveness, liveliness, fairness. Inquisitive. A cockatoo stands firmly on the blade of a kris, the sword pointing in one direction while the bird faces the opposite. A symbol of spirit, cockatoos are talkative, inquisitive birds. They are eager to take in the world around them, and they enact positive movement when they take flight. The Page of Swords reminds us to reduce wasteful actions, keep our mental agility, and avoid any conflicts that prevent us from flying freely. When upright, the Page of Swords symbolizes passion, vigilance, and speaking out against injustice. You're bursting with inspiration and enthusiasm, and you have great ideas for the future that you're champing at the bit to begin working towards. Take this as a sign that it's time to explore new ideas and ways of thinking. You are capable of anything, and you should definitely act now while the excitement is still fresh. Communicate with others and explore new ways of getting your point across. Take heed that though anything seems possible right now, things may still go wrong. Check in on your energy reserve so you don't run out of steam halfway to the finish line. So, whatever decisions you make, allow them to bring you clarity. Make sure you're able to stand firm on them, and you check in on yourself throughout the process. Because it's easy to get burnt out when you put in hard work. So, in the process of putting in your work, make sure you are nourishing yourself too. Okay, Sag. Aries. What's the current energy for Aries? What's the current energy for Aries? Came out real quick. 3 cards for you, Aries. Waffle House, really? Oh, Lord. First card is 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands talks about action, movement, vigor, if I'm not mistaken. Where's the Wands at? Yeah, I'm right. The Paragon, am I saying that correctly? I don't know. Falcon darts swiftly through the air, dodging 8 arrows racing towards it. The falcon is said to be one of the fastest in the world, capable of swooping down at terrific speed to snag its prey with the grace and dexterity few could match. Falcons are picks, hunters, and symbolize rising above challenging situations. The arrows of adversity could never hope to catch up with the peregrine falcon as long as it uses its natural gifts to stay ahead of them. The Eight of Wands reminds us to keep moving forward. You left your troubles and hardships behind and are now heading towards a brighter future. When upright, the Eight of Wands signifies you've overcome past adversity and moved forward in a new dynamic space where your energies can be directed towards your goals once more. The core trait of this position is dynamism. Go with the flow, embrace the swiftness that life is granting you, and move forward, not back. Hone in on your goals and don't let yourself get distracted. Any ongoing projects are soon to be blessed with the spirit or creativity that will quickly see them through to completion. If you have new ideas, strike while the iron is hot. The world is open to you. Embrace the chance you've been given to explore what you've always wanted to explore. The next card you got is the Hermit. That means you're trying to stay out of the way and mind your business. Solitude, self-reflection, contemplation. The lynx sits atop a mountain peak and pensively assesses the world in silence. Solitary by nature, it walks its path confidently, and with its keen sight and awareness can see the many directions it can take. Lynxes symbolize many things, but chief among them are confidence, independence, peace, and patience. You want to know what's so funny? It was literally, well, I believe I have Aries in my chart somewhere. I don't know exactly where, but I know I took on a lot of my dad's fire when he passed because he was an Aries. Anyway, I was watching a video of a lynx. I don't know if they originate from Minnesota, but the video I was watching was one in Minnesota, and those creatures are they remind me of like mountain lions, like bobcats, but they have like a grayish, and then their ears are like, I don't know, their ears are kind of triangular, like a cat's ears, but they're very captivating. Like their beauty, it's very distinctive. Like you can tell a difference from a lynx compared to like a bobcat, compared to like a freaking cheetah or a jaguar, or like I said, even a mountain lion. But they're all cats, right, for the most part. But those cats are lynxes are very beautiful. And they look really, really scary too. They look like when it comes time to put in work, like they would tear you up in a second. You'd probably be ripped to shreds before you even know it. Yeah, like very independent. I would think very independent creatures. They mind their business and definitely stay out of the way. Where is I at? Though the lynx walks with grace and certainty, it knows that its ever-present compass is there for added guidance if needed. The hermit reminds us not only to find solace in solitude, but strength as well. When upright, the hermit shows that you have questions that aren't being answered and suggests you look within for guidance. It invites you to pull away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life and engage with yourself to find the truth you seek. Spend some time alone to collect your thoughts and take stock of your current situation and or those bargaining questions in your mind. And an honest conversation with yourself can help hone your clarity and aid you in attaining true self-actualization. Ultimately, no matter what your conclusion is, this is a journey you know you need to take alone. The things you learn will shape you for the better. And then the next card is Ten of Swords. So Aries, are you dealing with some kind of betrayal? Because that's what that card means. Betrayal. Somebody done put some knives in your back. Maybe even your front, your heart. Yeah. So, Ten of Swords. The poor little starfish. Betrayal, severance, bitterness. A starfish raises its arms as 10 swords impale its limbs center, piercing it through mercilessly. The swords pierced from above. The attack came when it was least expecting it. The 10 of swords signify betrayal and deadly harm, but even in death, there is still serenity to be found. Starfish are capable of regrowing lost limbs, implying that though damage has been done, recovery is still possible. When upright, the 10 of swords signals a painful yet inevitable ending to a relationship, project, or endeavor you were once a part of. This ending came as a surprise, shaking you to your foundations. You may be the victim of someone else's targeted attack, or you may be wearing the mantle of the victim in hopes of drawing pity and support from those around you. Break away from those mentalities, as they will only encourage you to fixate on the negative. The worst has already occurred. All that's left is to move past it and seek recovery while becoming acclimated to your new reality. So, is that why you're in hermit mode, Aries? Because you have movement, right? But you're in solitude, reflecting on whatever it is that has happened or has taken place. Whoever hurt you, whatever they did, however they did it, practice forgiveness. It's not even for them, it's for yourself. Make sure you are taking accountability for whatever role you may have played, whether it was you being naive or allowing yourself to be too vulnerable. Sometimes things happen and it's not even for us to carry any low vibrational energies. It's just for us to understand how we need to protect ourselves better when it comes to people, places, and things, right? People can only affect you, or they can only do whatever you allow, for the most part. People are going to be themselves, and people are going to do things to, please themselves. But when it comes to you, just make sure you are taking that extra precautions or necessary steps to make sure that you are not putting your vulnerability in somebody else's hands. So I'm sending you lots of love, light, and healing vibrations in your time of need. And know that you are strong. You will get through this. We get hurt sometimes. It's a part of life. Even the ones that we love, just as well as the ones that we don't hold close and dear to our hearts. Like, sometimes things happen. So don't be bitter. Release all those low vibrational energies and learn from it. People teach you how to not be like them. Okay, so that was Aries. We're doing fire signs. Sag. Allow me to pick up on the current energy of Sag. Allow me to read for the current energy of Sag. Oh, I think some cards just already popped out. Okay, Sag. So you have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups for Sagittarius. Sensitivity. I wanted to say serenity. Sensitivity, empathy, support. A snail rests atop a mushroom in a small glass cup terrarium. The snail moves slowly, but the intent guides each careful movement. The snails look closely before you leap. Energy grants it considerable foresight no matter where it intends to go. The Queen of Cups reminds us to think deeply about our choices and act only when our inner self resonates with agreement. Move in concert with the world around you. The snail knows the scope of its world and thus knows how to traverse it safely. When upright, the Queen of Cups implores you to rely on your highly intuitive self to guide you through the world. You possess great empathy, understanding, and emotional literacy. People may seek you out to help with their problems. Feel your way through your creative tasks and trust you're in a highly intuitive state where letting your feelings guide you will lead you to wonderful results. This position also represents treating yourself and others kindly and with great sympathy. You're more sensitive to the outside world than you might let on. Be aware and caring towards yourself and others. Try not to overthink things and let your heart be your guide. It won't lead you astray. And then your second card is Two of Cups. Two of Cups, Sagittarius. Partnership, compatibility, equality. You have some kind of partnership coming in, Sagittarius. Two emperor penguins face one another on either side of two cups. The gold and blue colors of penguins' feathers echo the intrinsic decomony of the sun and the moon, but together they stand united to create a unified sky cycle. The Two of Cups is a card of reciprocation. Just as penguins mate for life and rear their young together, so too should we remember to reach out to those we love in our moments of need. When upright, the Two of Cups signifies a very deep, meaningful connection with another person. This may be a new relationship or an older one that has only recently begun to reach new levels of connectedness. There is potential in it to develop into something truly special, something that will be a win-win for both of you. In business, this could mean starting a new partnership with someone who will carry you to success. In a relationship, this may symbolize a connection that transcends the physical. Cherish these relationships no matter what form they come in. They are incredibly special. Enjoy the comforts to be found in this new level of mutual respect. Okay, next fire sign, and then we're doing Earth. Allow me to pick up on the current energy of Leo. What does Leo need to know? What's the current energy of Leo? What does Leo need to know, Spirit? What's the current energy of Leo? Oh, Leo must not want me to pull on the energy. What's the current energy of Leo? Current energy of Leo. Is it just one card? Interesting. Okay. So the Magician is what you got, Leo. That one card. It's a major arcana, though. What are you manifesting, Leo? Trying to call somebody in? Bring somebody in? Resourcefulness, logic, influence. A pair of snakes wind together tightly, forming a complex knot around a sword and a wand. One head pointing up and the other pointing down, connecting the spiritual and material realms. The white lilies above symbolize purity, and the red roses below reflect knowledge that comes from worldly experience. Though typically regarded as duplicitous creatures, snakes are symbols of opportunity, necessary transitions, and healing. They are also seen as guides that encourage us to feel positive change in ourselves. The sword and wand represent the physical and spiritual ways to utilize our potential. The Magician reminds us we are well armed to tackle new opportunities, and we can use our notable intellect and logic to shape our destiny. When upright, the Magician signifies that you are about to experience a wave of positive outcomes. You are at a point in your life when you're overflowing with creative potential. If you're in need of change or looking to make some improvements in your life, you're already equipped with the tools and abilities you need to make things happen. Use your keen mind and intense willpower to help manifest the change you want in your life. You may be introduced to some whose own skill and intellect will impress you. It could be someone you know or someone you meet for the first time. Never turn down an opportunity to learn more and gain a better understanding of the world and people around you. You're in a phase of learning, Leo. So just remain open to the information, because it's all around you. Knowledge is all around you. Once the student is ready, the teachers will appear. And in order to become a teacher, if that's what you are interested in, you have to allow yourself to be open to being a student, in an essence of forever willing to learn, forever willing to be taught, knowing that you don't have all the answers, you don't have it all figured out, but if you remain open, the information you need will come to you in due time. Okay, earth signs. Allow me to pick up on the energy of earth signs. Allow me to read for the current energy of earth signs. Do not allow me to pick up on my energy, but allow me to read for the energy of Capricorn. What's the current energy for Capricorn? What's the current energy for Capricorn? Current energy for Capricorn. Was that it? Just one card? No, 2 cards. Okay, Capricorn. 2 of Swords. I feel like I want to say that card came out earlier when I did a collective reading. And I even remember seeing the 10 of Cups when I even pulled for myself too. So I don't know. I don't know. Are we on the same page, Capricorn? So 2 of Swords. Stalemate, truce, avoidance. A beta fish considers 2 swords intently, its focus completely dominated by its indecision. Beta fish are fierce warriors, symbolic of individuality, solitude, aggression, and defiant spirit. They must be separated from other betas to prevent fighting, as when they spot another of their kind, they may flare up and attack instantly. The 2 of Swords suggests a decision that can't be made easily. We are reminded to turn towards our intuition to determine the path we should take and move only once we are committed to doing so. When upright, the 2 of Swords indicates you're facing a decision that you don't know how to approach. You are aware of all possible outcomes. They seem equal in terms of positive and negative results. Make your decision only once your heart and your head agree. You can't rely on just one for this. Equilibrium between logic and emotion is necessary if you wish to pick the best option. Be sure to look for additional information that might have escaped you initially. Do not postpone your decision for long. Difficult decisions are simply a facet of life, and you can't ignore the situation forever. Okay. So Capricorn, I feel like it's a decision that you've been putting off, and maybe it's because you have other things you have been trying to focus on, but this decision has been the back of your mind for like a while now. So essentially, I believe it's just a chapter that you are giving its final farewell. I can't even speak. Must I ground me so I can channel this message clearly and let it be concise to the best of my ability. You are closing out a chapter and you are giving its final like farewells, and I guess it hasn't been easy for you to do this because of emotions that have gotten involved, or a certain connection, which essentially was an attachment, right? But you can't be afraid to handle your business. If you don't take care of business, it's going to take care of you. And if you keep putting something off for much longer, you can find yourself in a rut, right? Where you would have wished you would have made your final decision sooner rather than later. So whatever it is that you know that you're supposed to be doing, deep breaths in and out. And once you make that decision, stand firm on it and have acceptance with it, and know that you're making a decision for yourself, maybe for once in your life, because I don't know exactly where you are on your journey. But if we are similar on our paths, right? Because we all go through the same things, just different scenarios, different situations, different circumstances, essentially different people, right? And sometimes it's the same spirit, just different bodies. You've given your power away, like for long enough. So now it's time to reclaim your power, call it back to you, and don't carry any shame or guilt, because it's like whatever somebody has or hasn't done, there's a reason why you're being led to make certain decisions, which is going to be beneficial to yourself. Whatever you've been pouring out to other people, now it's time for you to pour it into you, because you are the person that is going to gain the most, right? If you keep giving all of yourself away, you're never going to get yourself back the way you give it to others. So now it's your turn to return that energy, that magic, those abundance, those blessings. You look in the mirror and you give it back to yourself. Because 10 of Cups, your second card, Capricorn, this card is about blessings, harmony, and I believe teamwork. And sometimes what I've come to realize, the most help that we receive, sometimes it's not even physical help, it's spiritual help, it's sometimes emotional help, it's mental, it's all three: mind, body, soul. So spiritual, mental, emotional, and then it ties into your physical. So in order to feel fulfilled, you have to start emotionally fulfilling yourself, spiritually fulfilling yourself, and mentally fulfilling yourself, and then work on your ways of pouring into yourself physically as well. So for the 10 of Cups, a family of fennec foxes sit nestled in their den, content and secure beneath an array of glistening gilded cups. Gilded? I don't know how to say, whatever. These cups symbolize the absolute pinnacle of fulfillment capable of being had. The fox's world is safe and warm. They are able to live without fear, focus solely on the future of their family and what they might do to improve upon their already wonderful circumstances. The 10 of Cups reminds us to cherish the love in our life no matter where it comes from. Emotional fulfillment is nourishment meant to be shared with those around us. When upright, the 10 of Cups suggests you've achieved a remarkable, unparalleled sense of fulfillment from all angles. You're brimming with love and keen to share with those you share a close emotional bond with, especially those in your circle of family and friends. Everything you should have is in the clear and happy abundance, and you're about to reap the fruits of your previous endeavors. Be sure to appreciate this bounty of goodwill as you continue down your path. So cherish, value, and nurture yourself, because that is where your true fulfillment comes from. Keep grace for yourself, keep forgiveness for yourself, keep kindness for yourself. The same way you have given it to others, now it's time to pour it into you, but amplify the way you pour it into you, Capricorn. For whoever had an opportunity to do these things for you in the past and that failed, don't feel bad about stepping away from these people or exiting them out of your life, or closing those doors or closing those chapters, or removing any access that they used to have. Because as you transcend and evolve and become a better version of yourself, there's going to be sacrifices that you're going to continuously need to make along the way for your betterment, right? No more focusing on the next person or the next project or other people, places, and things. Now it's you. Start putting you first and see how far that will get you. I'm not saying to just become, a self-absorbed individual. I'm just saying, on a spiritual term, speaking in spiritual aspect, it's easy. It's so easy to do things and be there for other people and to show up and, provide favors, but lend it to yourself now. So, Next earth sign, Taurus. Peace and harmony is all I want. I feel like that's why I resonate with that message. That's what I've been working on. Structure and stability is everything to me. And there are a lot of souls that just wing it, or they don't have it, and then they disrupt others. And it's like, no, keep that far, far away from me. Please. I'm not going to judge you or look down upon you or frown on you for how you want to live, but I don't want it to clash with the way that I'm trying to live. You are fine. Alright, what is the current energy for Taurus? What's the current energy for Taurus? What does Taurus need to know, Spirit? I think I'll try to do timestamps after I post, or this video posts. What does Taurus need to know? And then I'm gonna pose this, I'm gonna end this live after I do water signs, and then I'll come back and do like free cards for whoever wants free cards. However the saying goes, what is it, like card readings, free card readings? What does Taurus need to know, Spirit? Current energy for Taurus. Okay, Taurus, you got 4 cards. No, my cards are not going anywhere. That's not, you know what I meant, you guys. I'm not a pro at this, so I'm still getting used to it. Okay, Taurus, you got 4 cards. Card readings. Okay, so first card, Taurus, is Knight of Wands, riskiness, adventure, self-assurance. The dolphin is poised for action, a scepter tucked behind its flipper in a mantle of fiery kelp wrapped around its energetic body. In many cultures, dolphins are symbols of energy, curiosity, passion, and creativity. The fiery essence of this passionate spirit is symbolized by the kept mantle, and the scepter shows its readiness to proceed no matter what adversity lies ahead. The Knight of Wands reminds us to take an active role in shaping of our destiny, for only then can we be assured of the outcome. When upright, the Knight of Wands symbolizes the active pursuit of an idea or goal. You've foreseen the path ahead, worked hard to ready the necessary tools to get there, and are spurred into action by the passion and energy you've harnessed while preparing. Others will be drawn to your energy as well, so don't be surprised if you find yourself with company on this journey. For every step you take, your confidence will grow, but take heed that you don't fall victim to the act first, think later mindset this confidence can carry with it. The future looks good for you, but succumbing to impulsiveness can wreck even the most carefully laid plan. Temper your enthusiasm with patience and know when to think before you leap. Your next card is the Hanged One. What are you stuck about, Taurus? Confinement, perspective, sacrifice. A silver eye hangs precautiously from a branch. Its wings are extended, but it can't take flight. The red strings of fate hold it in suspension, one foot tangled while the other hangs free. Its wings are looped with threads that pull them in opposing directions. The hanged one is held tight but doesn't struggle. It reminds us to beware of situations that limit us and keep us from living to our full potential. When upright, the Hanged One suggests that you were moving forward but have lately found yourself struggling to continue. This position reminds us that occasionally the best way to progress is to surrender to the whims of the universe. Don't try to push past the blocks. You'll only do more harm than good. The universe is telling you to pause and look at things from a different angle. Use this as an opportunity to check in with yourself. You may realize you've gone about things the wrong way. Sometimes being stuck doesn't mean stagnation. There is more than one way to move forward, so take the time to see things in a new light. What comes of it may surprise you. The Hanged One is a card of surrender. Pause, reflect, let go, then listen to your intuition. The Hermit. It's your third card. Solitude, self-reflection, contemplation. The lynx sits atop a mountain peak and pensively assesses the world in silence. Solitary by nature, it walks half confidently, and with its keen sight and awareness can see the many directions it can take. Lynxes symbolize many things, but chief among them are confidence, independence, peace, and patience. Though the lynx walks with grace and certainty, it knows that its ever-present compass is there for added guidance if needed. The Hermit reminds us not only to find solace in solitude, but strength as well. When upright, the Hermit shows that you have questions that aren't being answered and suggests you to look within for guidance. It invites you to pull away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life and engage with yourself to find the truth you seek. Spend some time alone to collect your thoughts and take stock of your current situation and or those bargaining questions in your mind. An honest conversation with yourself can help hone your clarity and aid you in attaining true self-actualization. Ultimately, no matter what your conclusion is, this is a journey you need to take alone. The things you learn will shape you for the better. Then your last card, Taurus. That's the Nine of Pentacles. Rewards, self-control, freedom. A playful cat curls around a yarn ball while surrounded by pentacles and framed by an ornate window. Cats are famous symbols for independence and luck. Though they never fail to show love to those they favor, the Nine of Pentacles echoes the cat's 9 lives. The pentacles outside the window suggest that the cat has lived through a few of its lives, getting to a place of security, but it still has many left to enjoy. Now it's received the fruits of its past labor. Zip! What are you doing? I heard him. I heard my dog. Because I knew he was laying down, but it sounded like he was getting up or something. Anyway, where was I at? Many left to enjoy. Now it's received the fruits of its past labor. We must take time to revel in the life we worked so hard to achieve. When upright, the Nine of Pentacles suggests you've worked hard to achieve a sense of equilibrium. You may have honed your skills and applied for a better job. Maybe you've gone back for more education, and now the opportunities are rolling in. Abundance is flowing freely, and this is your sign that it's finally time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Treat yourself. Buy something you've always wanted, and don't be afraid to pamper yourself with a massage or a new outfit. Live freely with the security you've worked hard to attain. Taurus. Treat yourself. This with the Knight of Wands is talking about risk and adventure. I forgot what the other word was, but yeah. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Virgo's next. Allow me to pick up on the energy of Virgo. Allow me to read for the energy of Virgo. Then I'm going to close it out with water signs. What's the current energy of Virgo? Excuse me, what's the current energy of Virgo? I felt like it was giving me problems. I have freaking... What's the current energy of Virgo? What's the current energy of Virgo? 2 cards. I don't know, my body, my spirit first and foremost, but my body has become very sensitive. I developed like eczema, and on my cheeks, I've been dealing with, I'm not gonna say it correctly, it's like impetigo. Comes and it goes, but I realized that certain piercings can harbor, like they carry bacteria. So I just took it out because it was like, it just got annoying. I also got piercings elsewhere, and I noticed like one area was okay, but then another area it started to get like irritated. And then slowly but surely the other area started getting irritated. So I just removed it. I was like, I don't have the energy for the upkeep. Like, I think if my body wasn't so prone, which I know it's a reflection of my spirit, if I wasn't so prone to like getting easily irritated by certain things, I could have kept it. But whatever, because even for my new career, they don't allow like those piercings. Well, the nose piercing. So I mean, eventually it would have went. I did like it, but I was like, oh man, no, I did not have certain issues before I got this, so it gotta go. It was fun while it lasted. Yeah. Aw, thanks, Mr. Booga. Okay, so who are we on again? Virgo. The first card you got, Virgo, is the Eight of Swords. I hope and pray you are not playing into any victim mentality or victim mindset, because that is what that card is about. Don't do that. My body was warning me not to play. Bro, when it comes to work, it's like sometimes I want to work and sometimes I don't. Like, I don't want to sometimes. Okay, so it's restriction, victimization, entrapment. A sleeping mole is nestled within a small barrel, held in place by 8 jabbing swords that seek to keep it trapped where it lies. Moles are practically blind, living their lives underground in the dark. They symbolize self-imposed restrictions, but if the mole were able to see properly, it would find gaps large enough to slip through. Escape is possible, but only if one acts under one's own volition. The Eight of Swords reminds us that we are able to escape our confinements if we open our eyes to see the gaps in the cell bars. When upright, the Eight of Swords indicates you're feeling restricted and trapped by your present situation. Perhaps your job is draining you dry. A relationship you've entered has swiftly turned abusive, or other similar situations. Your options may feel limited, but they aren't. Seek out new perspectives and rid yourself of unproductive thoughts and intentions. Once you realize which directions you can go in, commit to a decision and understand that even if you have no guarantee of success, attempting to find happiness elsewhere is better. I don't know who the hell is Betty. That's what I was gonna say. It's better than remaining trapped in your current hellish hole. And then you have the moon. So something is coming in, Virgo. I don't know what it is, but something's coming in. Or something you don't expect to happen is getting ready to happen. The moon. Obfuscation, anxiety, ignorance. The rabbit dances through the night sky atop a crescent sprig of belladonna under the moon's watchful eye. Rabbits are commonly associated with luck, but they also represent longevity, vulnerability, perception, and a need to plan thoroughly. Once used as a beauty product, belladonna harbors a dark secret. Though a rabbit might be able to stomach the berries, humans readily succumb to their poison. The moon reminds us to prepare for danger or unpleasant situations ahead. Though everything seems calm, we must use our intuition to tune into the world around us. Only then can we navigate around unseen dangers and live to dance another day. When upright, the moon signifies you're besieged by anxiety. Be careful when making decisions. You might not be in the right headspace, and pertinent information won't be readily available when you need it. Deeply ingrained fears are making themselves known, and you may feel you're on your own. Don't let them consume you. Threats feel larger than they truly are. If something from your past is disturbing you, it's time to confront it. There's a chance that what's bothering you isn't as oppressive as it initially seems. Seek support from others if you need stability. Take a deep breath and tread carefully. The time for haste has passed. Caution and intuition are the most trustworthy guides now. Get away. I don't know what the hell that is. It was something that I seen. Okay, so we're gonna close this reading out with water signs now, because I did air, fire, earth, now water. What's the current energy of Pisces? Oh, that didn't take long at all. Oh, this is way too many cards, Pisces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cards. Pisces, what you got going on? I think I'm gonna need to let my phone charge before I get back on live after I end this one. The King of Pentacles. Okay, Pisces. First card is the King of Pentacles. Abundance, status, dependability. A bull rears up on his hind legs under the glow of a brilliant pentacle. The rays radiate outwards, illustrating dynamic energy, and the bull, a symbol of stamina, virility, strength, and determination, gets ready to charge forward, eager to seek out wealth lying just beyond the horizon. The King of Pentacles reminds us that material success is imminent. When upright, the King of Pentacles signifies that you're on a hard-fought path towards self-improvement and achieving a long-time goal. Developing ideas is just one part of the task. You are capable of leading others, laying the groundwork for new projects, and directing resources for the best possible outcome. Struggle is far behind you. Now is the time to embark on new ventures. A significant male figure will soon be playing an important role in your life. He appears wise and grounded, but don't count on him for tactful judgment. Learn what you can from him and benefit from his presence while he's around. Your next card is Magician. Where the hell is the Magician at? Oh. Resourcefulness, logic, influence. A pair of snakes wind together tightly, forming a complex knot around a sword and a wand, one head pointing up and the other down, connecting the spiritual and material realms. The white lilies above symbolize purity, and the red roses below reflect knowledge that comes from worldly experience. Though typically regarded as duplicitous creatures, snakes are symbols of opportunity, necessary transitions, and healing. They are also seen as guides that encourage us to feel positive change in ourselves. The sword and wand represent the physical and spiritual ways to utilize our potential. The Magician reminds us we are well armed to tackle new opportunities, and we can use our notable intellect and logic to shape our destiny. When upright, the Magician signifies that you are about to experience a wave of positive outcomes. You're at a point in your life when you're overflowing with creative potential. If you're in need of change or looking to make some improvements in your life, you're already equipped with the tools and abilities you need to make things happen. Use your keen mind and intense willpower to help manifest the change you want in your life. You may be introduced to someone whose own skill and intellect will impress you. It could be someone you know or someone you meet for the first time. Never turn down an opportunity to learn more and gain a better understanding of the world and people around you. As I was reading just a second ago, I wanted to say you are more than capable. So make sure you're feeding yourself daily positive words of affirmations, Pisces, because it's more beneficial than you think. Sometimes when you don't think you are okay, if you allow yourself to get stuck in that mindset, then it will trickle into other areas of your life. But if you remind yourself how okay, how blessed you are, things will start to turn around quicker than you can possibly imagine. A couple months ago, I was going through a very emotional time, like, I don't know, I was just very triggered and I was in need of healing, and I wasn't at 100, but I was constantly reminding myself and feeding myself words of affirmations daily, in the morning, as often as I needed to remind myself how okay I am. I just had to release, whatever has happened, and not focus so much on the past, but remain present in my present moment. And because I did that consistently, and I still do it to this day, it started a couple months ago where I started getting really serious and disciplined with feeding myself certain words and certain affirmations. And now to my present time, I'm just more at peace with all of my transitions. So daily words of affirmations, as often as you need, as often as you have to ground, as often as you have to remind yourself you are okay, you're more than capable, and you're going to continue to be okay if you choose to do that, right? It's free will. Next card is Page of Swords. And I know that the Page of Swords is about cutting out anything that is not for you. Inquisitive, liveliness, fairness. A cockatoo stands firmly on the blade of a kris, the sword pointing in one direction while the bird faces the opposite. The symbol of spirit cockatoos are talkative, inquisitive birds. They are eager to take in the world around them, and they enact positive movement when they take flight. The Page of Swords reminds us to reduce wasteful actions, keep our mental agility, and avoid any conflicts that prevent us from flying freely. When upright, the Page of Swords symbolizes passion, vigilance, and speaking out against injustice. You're bursting with inspiration and enthusiasm, and you have great ideas for the future that you're champing at the bit to begin working towards. Take this as a sign that it's time to explore new ideas and ways of thinking. You are capable of anything, and you should definitely act now while the excitement is still fresh. Communicate with others and explore new ways of getting your point across. Take heed that though anything seems possible right now, things may still go wrong. Check in on your energy reserve so you don't run out of steam halfway to the finish line. And then your next card is the Knight of Cups. Artistry, care, romance. A bird of paradise stands on the edge of a golden cup brimming with fruits, its head thrown back to sing its praise to the sky. Birds of paradise are resplendent. That is not how you say that word. Resplendent. Symbols of freedom, creativity, romance, and charm. Their beautiful plumage echoes their rumored heavenly origins and invokes joyful visions of paradise. The Knight of Cups reminds us to be as vivacious and magnificent as the beautiful birds. In order for us to engage in a warm, charming way with those around us, we must keep in touch with our emotions and remain graceful even under the innumerable pressures of life. When upright, the Knight of Cups implies that you're about to receive good news or an influx of inspiration. Whether you're thinking about pursuing romantic or creative interests, now's the time to bite the bullet and follow through. Move forward with your dream and remain open to exploring new passions as they emerge. Keep in mind that decisions you make now will come from your heart, not your head. How you feel will guide you into the next stage of your journey. Listen to your heart carefully and follow where it leads. Remember, you can only achieve your dream if you actively work towards it. Stay true to yourself no matter what, and you won't be led astray. The next card, Major Arcana, the Fool. I think the Fool is a new start, right? Freedom, spontaneity, idealism. A baby sea turtle chirps away at its eggshell and enters the universe, unaware of all the wonders that lie before it. Due to their long lives, sea turtles commonly represent good luck and patience. They endure the many highs and lows in life and live to face new challenges. Similarly, the Fool represents the start of a journey. Even though the future is uncertain and the path ahead may be rough, he faces the horizon with excitement. Like the young sea turtle, you are at an important junction of your life and at the start of a new path. Take it and see where it leads. When upright, the Fool signifies someone who is a dreamer, the head frequently lost in the clouds. You may have new things you wish to do or new opportunities you wish to explore. This is your time to take a leap of faith, even though the path ahead is unclear. Remain optimistic and persevere. Focus on your end goal and trust in your vision. The potential for success is infinite. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. If you choose to succeed, if you want to succeed, if you want to be successful, the opportunity is more than there for you, Pisces. What's the next two signs? Water signs. It's Scorpio, and what's the other sign? What's the last sign? Yeah, splendid. Did I say it? Tomato. What's the, I know it's Scorpio. What's the last sign of water signs? Because you guys had me do Aquarius earlier. That was a part of air signs. What's the last water sign? It's Pisces. I already did Pisces, so now I'm doing Scorpio. Oh, Cancer. Okay. I just wanted to know where we're at. Thank you. Okay, what does Scorpio need to know? Spirit. 2 cards for you, Scorpio. The 5 of Wands is your first card. It's probably because they see that you're interactive and they don't like that. They want me to feel lonely. No worries. Competition, rivalry, conflict. The Galactus Atlanticus, or blue slug, meanders along the ocean surface, letting the currents carry it wherever they may lead. 5 stalks of coral impede its path, but still the blue slug keeps moving, pushing through adversity to see what lies beyond. Its path is not an easy one. The ocean is fickle, its wave treacherous. The 5 of Wands reminds us that we must prepare for adversity no matter where we go. The road to moving forward is rarely as smooth as it initially seems. When upright, the 5 of Wands suggests you're up against competition or hardships that have slowed your progress to a crawl. Something is impeding your ability to move forward, and this tension probably comes from other people who are working towards goals similar to yours. Everyone wants their voice to be heard, and yet no one is listening. There are opinions that aren't being heard, and that may just provide the answers to the questions you seek. Strive to be the force that pulls instead of pushes. Be enthusiastic and encouraging throughout this transition. People are always stronger together than apart. There's no limit to what you might accomplish as you stop fighting against everyone else's current. So something's impeding your path, Scorpio. Then you got the 7 of Wands. Last card is the 7 of Wands. I appreciate you guys. Perseverance, competition, resistance. The tardigrade wraps itself around 7 stalks of seaweed, ready to weather anything that comes its way. Tardigrades are some of the hardiest organisms on the planet. They can be found on top of mountains, at the bottom of the ocean, in lakes and stone, in pretty much any environment on the planet, and even off it. The 7 of Wands reminds us to channel the tardigrade's hardiness. Though you are surrounded by different obstacles and trials, you will overcome. You're stronger than your troubles and can endure. When upright, the 7 of Wands suggests you've accomplished something worthy of recognition, but once all eyes are turned to you, there's a high possibility that there will be naysayers and critics waiting for the chance to say their piece. You are about to undergo a harsh period of criticism, and much of it will feel undeserved. Don't be afraid to defend yourself, but be aware that the brighter you shine, the more people will want to see you fall. Part of the challenge of creating something amazing is proving to others that your success is deserved. Work hard, believe in what you've done, and know that this adversity will make you stronger. So you're currently in the middle of some kind of trial and tribulation, Scorpio. But keep the faith and trust in your intuition. It will not lead you astray. Want me to pick up on the current energy of Cancer? What's the current energy of Cancer? Better allow that to be a driving force. People try to tell you about what you're doing wrong. Easier said than done. Let's see you do it and see how you bob and weave and how you're able to easily move with the flow, if you're even able to do that. Was this supposed to be for Cancer? I'm going to reshuffle. The Devil, Wheel of Fortune, Death, 8 of Wands, 3 of Wands, 4 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles. Allow me to pick up on the current energy of Cancer. What does Cancer need to know? What's the current energy of Cancer? Oh, Cancer, you just got one card. It's pretty interesting. Who else got one card? I think it was Leo. Oh, and just a friendly reminder, guys. If whatever sign you're watching for, like, if it doesn't resonate, feel free to go back and watch your sun, moon, rising. Sometimes other signs may resonate more than your actual sign. Okay, Cancer, you have the Death. So I believe you're going through a transformation. I just seen it and then it disappeared. Oh, here we are. Yes. Something told me to wait till nighttime, but the last time I took him walking at nighttime, and he's healing now, so thank God, okay? Because these doctor visits are not cheap. He freaking walked into a bush, and it was like as soon as he walked into the bush, he backed out. But like it got in his eye, and whatever it was, it created an ulcer. So I took him right as the sun was going down, literally right before the sun went down. So I don't think it was like exactly cool enough for him. He gets hot easily, so yeah, he's like, he's taking a nap. Don't worry. As soon as somebody bring their ass in the house, he gonna be up. He got some exercise today. So, endings, change, transition. A pair of ocelots swim through the vastness of space, tails, intertwined noses meeting to connect a spiral that showcases this psychical yeah. Nature of life, death, and everything in between. How do you say that word? Cyclical. Ocelots are known for their regenerative capabilities. Limbs can be replaced and portions of their body entirely regrown. Change is endemic to their nature and they accept it, using it to better themselves and return stronger than ever. Death may seem at first blush, but to be an ominous card to draw, but it represents an ending to current situations and a new stage in life. Death is not always the end. It can be a new beginning as long as we're not afraid to embrace the change. When upright, death reminds you that a season of change is coming. Perhaps you are undergoing a great transformation or saying goodbye to a particularly long and meaningful chapter in your life. New possibilities are on the horizon, and there's no need to be fearful of what comes next. You're taking the next step on your journey, and even if it is abrupt or unexpected, try to go into it with optimism. Change can be a cleansing, healing force. Let go of unhealthy attachments and walk forward with your head held high. Every ending is an opportunity for a new beginning. Yeah, Cancer, you're going through a transition. You're closing out something so something new can take its place. I'll be back in a little bit, guys. I need to charge my phone. Thank you guys for tuning in. As a reminder, time and energy is fluid, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If your sign for some reason doesn't resonate, go watch your moon, sun, rising, whatever, however it goes. Okay, sending lots of love, healing vibrations. Bye.